Israel announced this week that it has turned 30% of Gaza's territory into what it calls a security perimeter, where troops will remain even after the war has ended. Israel may believe that this will solve some of its security concerns, but it still doesn't resolve the fundamental problem of who will govern the Strip when the war is over. Israel has previously said that it does not plan on governing the 2 million Palestinians living there, and no outside force, whether Arab, EU, or American, would be viewed as legitimate by Palestinians. The only solution is some kind of governance that is acceptable to Israel, meaning not Hamas, and is still considered credible by the Palestinians. Is there any solution to this geopolitical puzzle? Actually, there is. According to polls by a leading Palestinian polling institute, the Palestinian Center for Policy and Survey Research, there is one man who has topped almost every opinion poll as the most popular Palestinian presidential candidate ever since he was put in an Israeli prison more than 2 decades ago. Mrouan Barghouti. Even now, Israel's separation wall with the West Bank is adorned with murals of the 65-year-old who is cited by some as the Palestinian Mandela, by some as the world's most important prisoner, and by others, of course, as a terrorist. So who is Mrouan Barghouti? Barghouti is a senior leader of Fatah, the secular nationalist faction of the Palestinian Liberation Organization. Fatah was co-founded by Yasser Arafat, the late longtime Palestinian leader, to whom Barghouti is seen as a potential successor. In June of 2004, the Israeli justice system convicted Barghouti of murder and terrorism charges related to attacks during the Second Intifada. He claims innocence, but did not mount a defense because he refused to recognize the jurisdiction of the court. Today, Barghouti's popularity crosses a key political divide among Palestinians, as he is widely respected by both Palestinian Islamists as well as secularists. His release from prison remains an important priority for Hamas. Throughout history, larger-than-life leaders have emerged from revolutionary struggles. These leaders have been seen as villains or, more recently, terrorists, but they were also often the only ones with the political stature to guide their movements to peace through politics. Think of Mandela in South Africa or Gerry Adams in Northern Ireland. Khalil Shikaki, a researcher who polls Palestinians, told The Guardian, Barghouti is the single most popular Palestinian leader alive. The reverence and lore that surrounds Barghouti at home gives him a pedigree that may allow him the space to negotiate a settlement with Israel. Barghouti was a strong supporter of the Oslo Accords, and according to his son, he remains committed to a two-state solution. That might be why, even in Israel, he is seen by some as a friend and, more importantly, the best option for sustained peace. For example, Ami Ayalon, a former head of the Israeli intelligence agency Shin Bet, said to The Economist, "It's in our interests he'll compete in the next Palestinian elections. The sooner, the better." Ayalon is right. Since the death of Yasser Arafat in 2004, the lack of effective Palestinian leadership has been a key obstacle to any peace process. The current Palestinian Authority leadership is deeply unpopular. According to the latest poll, 84% of Palestinians from both the West Bank and Gaza want the 89-year-old President Mahmoud Abbas to resign. Meanwhile, Hamas leadership has been decimated. Its once popular leaders, Yahya Sinwar and Ismail Haniyeh, have been killed in Israeli attacks, and last month the largest anti-Hamas protests since the war began erupted in Gaza, signaling the rising unpopularity of the group in the Strip. Still, Barghouti's release is being blocked by Israel. It's understandable that the idea of a strong Palestinian leader might not be popular today in Israel, a country that is still reeling from the horrific October 7th attacks. But the best-case scenario for Israel, the Palestinians, the region, and the world is a political solution that charts a course towards lasting peace. Mrouan Barghouti may well be the leader needed to help make that vision a reality.